season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Moore, the man in motion.
Now the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year, it's James Conner.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On third down, Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Cardinals at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cards will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing on first down is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got it inside the 10. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
Here's Brady to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that goes to the goal line. If you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. This will be caught once again by Brown. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He is just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wilson. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now Brady again. A slant to Jones. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Linval Joseph in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Carlton Davis picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And finding the tight end Rudolph. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady. And Rudolph has it left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Leonard Fournette, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's more. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Conner. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Buying time to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick. Longwood. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Succop's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Wilson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now left side on the swing pass.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vita Vea coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. This is caught. It's Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Connor is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Wilson. On the move, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
For the lead, here's third and goal.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Rondale Moore.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. Prater on to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A quick throw here out to Brown. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So the roughing call there on the extra point and going to give him another shot.
Pretty good sell job there, too. I think it was the right call, but a little embellishment never hurts.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Looking deep for Julio. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now...
And now here's another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
A gain of 4 is now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are right back in this football game.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw, Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 33. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Wilson. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Connor up the middle, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Zach Ertz, 29 yards. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, that's it.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.